Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This video is sponsored to you by Monster Energy Drinks, particularly this flavor, Peachy Keen. The truth is, it's not sponsored by Monster, but today has just been one of those days. I needed a little energy boost. I got a big old project dropped on my plate last night, so I had to knock it out. But I've been meaning to make a video recapping all the projects and stuff that I'm in to try to see what's making money. There's some exciting stuff going on like this right here, which you can see up on screen. So let's do a quick video and talk about it. This right here is in regard to our DApp, Street Vendor Wars. Street Vendor Wars, I explained on a previous video, is a play-to-earn miner game that was created by Unmade Sugar, which is of course one of the 3 founding members of Foodtopian, one of which of course is me. But this right here, these new NFTs were just created by Kirk, who should be no stranger to most of you. He created Speakeasy and then now has the Drinks DApp. He launched My Eileen, which is like a software as a service project. And he's always been really, really helpful. Anytime we come out with anything, he tries to figure out how to, cross-pollinate and get things pumping. But anyway, he created these NFTs. So you can go to NFT Raid and you can purchase these and you get 3x on your principal. So obviously I had to support, so I just went in and bought one. And what I'll try to do is I'll leave a link in the description so you can pick one up if that's something you're interested in. Let's actually jump over and look at Street Vendor Wars because it's got a lot of updates. Let me get a little refresh here. And full disclosure, I have barely looked at crypto at all today. I came in this morning and I claimed my food tokens because they stop accumulating every 24 hours. And so they're sitting in here. Outside of that, I haven't really looked at anything. I do not know what is happening out in the crypto world. So this is just gonna be a nice little test to see what's going on. But if you look down here, let me move my fat face over here. You can see that the contract balance on our little game right now is all the way up to 41.55 BNB. We're #1 game on DApp Radar, which is awesome. And I think we're #7 in the world right now in overall games. So #1 in the new games category, #7 overall. Hold on, getting a text message, timeout. All right, we're back. Sorry for the interruption. So this game is starting to take off. As you can see, we've done a lot of different developments. We had a few little issues with the coding originally because people were, including myself, upgrading their trucks in just a weird random order, and the system needed to know every configuration of how you could upgrade level 3 on truck 3 and then go back and do level 2 on truck 2 or whatever. Anyway, every combination had to get fixed, and thank you to Keith for going in and fixing every individual combination. Pretty soon here, you're going to see a leaderboard that has most referrals and the highest yield. So these will be, you're going to be competing against the people who have a bunch of referrals. I don't have a ton. I have 8, which is awesome. Thank you to all of you. But there's people who have a lot more than me, more influence, I guess. And so they're going to be here so you can chase down those referrals, or you can chase down this number right here, which is your hourly coin yield. So you want those food coins. You really want to be #1, because if you're #1 or close to it, it means you're generating them at a faster rate. Obviously, you're generating more money faster. What that allows you to do is claim those, turn them into food bucks, and then upgrade your trucks. Those upgraded trucks, I should say, will allow you to get additional yield. So let me see if you click the drop down. So right now I'm up, so I'm on level 2. I need to upgrade to level 3. It would cost me 6,900 food bucks. So if I upgraded to level 3, I would get an additional 792 food coins. So that would go in here, and that would increase my balance. Obviously, the more the faster I'm getting these food coins, the more trucks I can upgrade, which means the faster I get tokens, and the more and more I get paid. So that will also increase your yield. Yield on this miner play to earn game is anywhere from I think 2.1 to 3.2, just ranges depending on how much you have your food trucks lined up. But the process is pretty simple if you didn't get it in my first video. If you want to get into this one, again, 2-ish% up to 3-ish% daily ROI. It's a fun game to play. You'll come in, you won't own any of these trucks. You'll need to be able to throw BNB in here to purchase the first truck. I want to say the first one is 700 or 690 food bucks. I think it's 0.07 BNB that you need to be able to buy that first truck. Once you get that first truck, it's going to start kicking out a daily yield, or an hourly yield, I should say, of 66 food coins. Then if you save those up or you want to deposit more, you can buy truck number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you can start upgrading those trucks. See this one, I'm already upgraded to level 3. I can upgrade to level 4, but it's going to cost me 12,900 food bucks. And as you can see, I'm still on level 2 here, and I've upgraded everything else to level 2. So my intention will be to build my food buck balance up so I can upgrade this one. I just got to get to 6,900, and that will give me that additional 792 food tokens. So that'll put me in a pretty good position here at about what, 3,500. So that should be cool. Pretty simple game, obviously. So far, we don't even have a ton of people in. It's just starting to raise. We just recently got it on DApp Radar. So I think that we're gonna start to get some traction. This is a protocol where you're gonna benefit if you get in early. So if you've been messing around, you kind of wanted to play with it, I would get in earlier than later. It just helps you in miners and stuff like this. But 41.55 BNB so far, and we expect that to get into the 100. So that'll be pretty cool when it happens. It does stop accumulating every 24 hours. So at least once every 24 hours, you need to come claim your food coins. You'll click claim. It will put it in the balance here. It'll say you have food coin balance. It'll be right here. So you have 1,000 or so. You'll go sell compound. If you want to sell them, you can sell them for BNB if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to compound so you can buy more trucks. Basically, compound just takes the food coins, turns them back into food bucks, accumulates everything, and then you can buy food trucks with food bucks. So once you've got your food coins here, let's just say, 15,000, generate a lot per day. That'd be like 180. You'd compound that, and it would take this balance of food coins, transition it over to food bucks, and add it to your balance right here. Then you can upgrade your trucks. So pretty fun little game. It's really starting to cook, and it's exciting to see. Next up, we'll mention this again real quick. I think he gave some additional time. Let me restart this. Gave some additional time on the pre-sale on the Xfuzion token. So this is Matt, DeFi Nomads project. Awesome guys, got a couple members on the team, so this would be a cool project, a speculative project to get into. Once you get your tokens from the pre-sale, they're gonna have ROI dApps and stuff that you can add them into. So what I'm looking for is a multiple X on the pre-sale, and then when people start to kind of rush in to all those other dApps, then I can cheat a little bit, get ROI, and just play with house money. That's my personal intention, so we'll see how it goes. But who knows, stuff gets crazy sometimes. You get certain things that get 1,000x, so I like to dabble a little bit and be a little bit of a degen and participate in some of these pre-sales. For the most part, they actually do me pretty decent, and I can I can scrape an ROI, and sometimes I do really well. Next, PullStrip dipped down. Everyone's like, oh, it's crashing back up to 1880, so that's exciting. I'm still in growth mode. I am just compounding and growing these faucets. And pretty soon here, it won't be next week because I will be out of town in Mexico. But pretty soon here, I will need to start actually claiming some profits and get back to ROI, but I just haven't really been messing with it. SparkSwap still hanging in there. It dipped down to like 15 cents or something. Now it's back up to 18, 19 cents. So nothing real crazy here. SparkSwap and Spark in general is a long-term play for me on the Pulse chain. So all I'm really doing is the same strategy I was. I've got a bunch of money in here that's sitting in the LPs where I'm farming. I take that money, I harvest it, I go over to the Sparkler, and I add it to the Sparkler, and then I take the LP that the Sparkler generates, and then I go back over and let me refresh this. And then I go back over and I stuff it in the farm. So this is earning me LP right here. And these LPs over here on the farm are earning me Spark. So I'm just trading them back and forth. I have no intention of cashing out really soon on this. Again, long-term play, totally speculative. I could lose the money here or I could make a ton of money. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, right now all I'm doing is I'm using the Sparkler to generate LPs and I'm using the farm to generate Spark. And I'm just trading them back and forth, and we'll see how fat I can grow this thing. Next up, elephant.money. Elephant.money is making its way back. So I've actually been making some additional purchases and DCAing back into it. As you can see, had a couple of big whales do these massive drawdowns, and these whales were huge. They made tons and tons of money on this. So when they dumped, a lot of people panicked and got out. I had the opportunity to kind of get out right back in here, which I could have bought back in. I just decided to leave it. I was on the road when I got warned about it that it was dumping, and I just didn't have a secure internet connection, so I decided to bag it. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't. I'm totally fine with my current state. It got all the way down here. I bought some down here. I bought some down here, and I just recently bought some, I think today or yesterday. It would have been yesterday. that's beside the point. This is nice and healthy, growing back at a nice healthy rate. So that's exciting to see. I am just continuing to expand my position. This is a long-term play for me. Again, I am of the opinion, of course it's not financial advice, that I'm of the opinion that this is still going to 10x or more. So I'm really just waiting for that opportunity. Again, I could lose all my money in this. I really don't care. This is another really well-designed lottery ticket that I'm willing to purchase. So I'm going to let this thing crank out and I'm going to see what happens over time. But I'm definitely going to continue to DCA. This little drop right here happened. Let me see if it'll actually update the chart here. All right, this little drop here happened right about the all-time high. They just happened to be right pretty much in the same segment. So this is really technically a new all-time high. I'm looking for this growth to continue fairly steadily over time and then break this all-time high. And then I'm really curious to see what it's gonna do after that. Expect some big dump down sells though. I mean, when you got in early and you put in big bucks and you've made several $1 million, there's nothing wrong with taking a big fat profit. So it is what it is. Every time there's a sell, some of that money goes over into Bertha, which is the treasury. So when that happens, it strengthens the price floor. So I'm liking this one a lot. I really like Elephant, and so far it's one of the strongest, steadiest protocols that I'm in. Let's jump over to Foodtopian. Right now I'm on the Pulse chain side. So I almost forgot to mention this, but we're doing an actual promo. So right now, because we're just stuffing this money back into the rewards pool so you can get paid out, it's buy one, get one free, everything, I think. So if you come in here and you want to get one of these NFTs, the pizza NFT, you can purchase it with Pulse. I want to say this is like 110 bucks or something like this worth of Pulse. You would purchase this and then you get 1.2% weekly, and you'd also get another one. So you basically be doubling up your money and increasing the speed of your return 2x. So that's awesome. Of course, the burgers are a little over a B&B, so I don't know what it is, 230, something like that. And then the hot dogs are a little over $1,000. So if you wanted to get a hot dog and get 1.5% weekly, you could actually put about 1,000 down, maybe 1,100, and then get that doubled because we'll send you another one. So really good promotion right now. I have a bunch of NFTs, of course, of my own project that I purchased over on the B&B side. These were my first on the Pulse side, so I got those. And of course, we've all invested some of our real life outside money into the business, but we also like to play with our own dApps. We don't just mint these things, we buy them ourselves, we stake them, we use those rewards for different things, we use them to make content, all that type of stuff. So anyway, really good deal, buy one get one free, pretty much a no-brainer in my humble opinion. Let's go to Alpha 365. Alpha 365 is still performing as it should. I am 29 minutes away from doing another compound. I am now, my new strategy is basically I am compounding up to 9. So 2 compounds to get me up to 9, 1 claim. So every third day I'm actually claiming. So I go from 7 to 8 to 9, and then I claim and go from 9 back down to 7. Then I compound 2 days in a row and go back down. And I'm just continually doing that until I get closer to ROI. But so far it's been working really well and I have absolutely no complaints. Let's go to the Shak coin miner. So far, this one's doing pretty good. Still a balance of 132,000 Matic. Let's see where I'm at. Right now, I'm 37% ROI. So I've still got quite a ways to go. I saw some people were at like 70%, which is super fast. And maybe they're just claiming, I don't know. For me personally, I've been doing reinvest 50-50 pretty much every time. I think I did 1 full claim, and I've done at least 2 or 3 additional deposits. So I don't remember what I put in, just another 25 bucks or something like that the other day in Matic, and then compounded just to try to keep my daily yield in a good position. So that's basically all I'm doing, just continuing to do 50-50, reinvest 50-50, which is awesome that he put this button on here, because all I have to do is do this. It will put half of that money into my wallet, it'll compound the rest, and it'll keep me at a pretty good yield. And I'm just planning on rocking this thing till the wheels fall off. They're doing some new stuff all the time, especially if you are a SCC NFT holder. So keep an eye on this one if you're in it. So far, a lot of success, which makes me happy because we've had a lot of train wrecks in crypto lately. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about Carol. So Carol is popping off. Let me get a little refresh and just make sure we've got all the most up-to-date information. So right now, total liquidity, $967,000. So I'm assuming by tomorrow, definitely by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have hit $1 million in liquidity. And as the liquidity goes up, the liquidity bonus goes up. So my rate is actually increasing. Now, all I did for the longest time was compound. I was just compounding it back in. I would rebond it, and then I would add some ETH over into it to put it back here in the system. If you don't understand how this system works, first off, not financial advice, but this one's cranking. It has a ton of potential. I do not know that it'll last forever, but it has the potential to go to 5 million, 10 million in liquidity. This thing, the longer it pays out and the smoother it is, and so far it's been silky smooth, the more likelihood is it's going to get just a big influx of capital and people are going to get pretty excited about it. It's got some interesting mechanics. Please go back and watch my AMA I did with the project owner, Bean. In that video, I break down my strategy of exactly how I'm going to work it and exactly how it works. When you bond the Carol, you bond it in, it'll give you an extra 30%. It sits here. And then if you want to stake that and earn this yield right here, you just have to create an LP with it. So you add ETH to whatever Carol you had in a 50-50 ratio, which will include the 30% already. It will stuff it down here and it will stay here until you've reached 150% of whatever you staked. So at that point, you know, you've earned it. It's a good idea to cash some out. And what I'm going to be doing is just redepositing 50-50. So what I'll do is I'll be selling and I will redeposit 50% of that back in. Really similar to the Shak coin miner. So not too different. And this one's just taken off. If you'd like to join the team, of course, there's my information down in the description below. But if this is something you're interested in, you really want to know how it works, like, go to the AMA and watch it, because it's really interesting. We break down each section of it to where it's, you know, pretty clear of exactly how this works. I'm up to like 180,000, almost 181,000 staked, which is pretty awesome. I think it's paying me 115 or so a day, which is great. I would love to see that double or triple and get a full-time income out of it. But so far, I've only claimed one time, which was yesterday. So it dropped my whole bonus down. It took that away, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to be building in a little strategy where every few days I claim and keep it, or do 50-50, or every other day I'll do 50-50 and just compound the rest on those other days. So I'm trying to get it exactly right. I don't know exactly what I'll do, but it's going to be something like that. It's probably going to be like every other day I'll claim, sell half of it, put the other half back in. And so I don't know what ratio that gives me, but that's similar to like a 4.5, 2.5 or something like that, I think. So that's it, guys. I don't know what I missed, but those are protocols that are doing really well for me. I want to thank our sponsor, Monster Energy Drinks, for always making me pay full price for my units. Also want to shout out Green Avenue Tattoo. My buddy over there, Adrian, is awesome. So if you're ever in Miami and you're looking to get some work done, go check out his shop. He's guaranteed to be able to bring your vision to life. I'll see if I can get a video out tomorrow. I don't know if I will for sure. And then next week, so in a couple days, I'll be in Mexico for a week, doing some different things. I don't know for sure if I'll be able to get a video up while I'm out there. I don't even know if I want to. I might just want to step aside and, you know, stay away from crypto in general. I do have, where I'm staying, I do have a secure internet connection. I'll take the ledger and all that so I can still like claim my crypto. But I don't know if I want to be in Telegram all day. There's already a bunch of issues anyway that cause me stress. So I don't know if I want to be in there sorting through all my messages. But I will make sure to occasionally jump into the chat, just say what's up to people, post some pictures and stuff like that, and wish everyone well. But let's end it here. All the links you'll need will be in the description down below. If you're just here for the content to support me, thank you very much. If I don't get a video out tomorrow, I hope you guys have a great weekend and a good week next week, and happy investing.